Can I ask a question
Yes,
to
ma'am.
Mr. Jason?
Yeah.
Jason, Mr. Jason, she's our
Namaste.
principal.
Hello,
His
ma'am.
name is Mr. Jason.
Namaste, Mr. Jason, and namaste to all children. Namaste, Padmini Acharya. My question is, sir, we have all been coexisting for quite some time, right? It's not been a very recent time that we are coexisting. But with all the awareness and the education, and also knowing that each species on this earth has its own importance, why do you still think we as human are trying to imbalance it for ourselves and make
Uh,
it more vulnerable?
yes, ma'am. Over the time, the growth of human civilization, we have lost touch with nature. That is what I would say, ma'am. So when something like this happens, we lose the touch. We don't think about the environment when we do anything. So whatever developmental plans our government or anyone who's bringing into this nation right now, they don't think about the consequence or the cost they have to pay to bring that development project. So when a coal plant or when a coal mine is set up, huge lands and huge area of forest are being cleared just to make the coal. So what about the animals in those regions? So what happens to them? They are killed. They go in conflict with more. There's more conflict with humans ultimately. So we need to keep that balance. So we need to control our activities and uh, in the whole Earth, planet Earth, we are the only species who have the choice, who can make choices between, like, if we can't live in a low terrain, we can climb up to a higher terrain and then we can live. But most animals are not like that. They're all habitat specialists. Say if a particular habitat is being destroyed, all the animals in that habitat will also go extinct. So only in the other habitat which are not being disturbed, they will survive. So and it takes time for them to adapt to different situations. We as a human, we are changing the landscape very drastically. Over 2 3 years, an entire forest gets vanished and new cities spring over there. So when something like that happens, we need to consider all the other living beings which are a side part of us living next to us. They also need to have certain time or place to survive where they are earlier.
So, the kind of, like you, as you correctly said, there is a lot of change in the landscape that humans are creating. So, don't you think the amount of work that we are doing to protect them is not even a micro percent to the amount of work that's happening to change it?
Uh, that can be said in a way, ma'am, but small drops make the ocean, I guess. So all our small contributions, small works need to be done. So we shouldn't expect, we cannot expect immediate results. Like, I closed a tap of water today, that doesn't mean the water is saved forever. So every day I need to have the habit of closing tap properly without wasting drops of water. So in a longer time, in a larger scale, then we will get to see the results. So right now it may seem little bit pessimistic to think that, like, whatever I am doing is not going to make a difference. So what difference is going to make? I'm picking up one straw from the street and putting it in a dustbin or recycling it. It's not going to make a big difference. But imagine whole lot population thought this had the same process, and everyone picks up the rags and sends it to recycle. It will definitely make a change, and it will take some time to do that. So all we need to do is, we cannot completely avoid the development. We need to find a sustainable point and need to find a way to thrive on that sustainable point. So equal amount of resource being used and equal amount of resource being replaced again back to the wild. So there is a cycle that is not being broken regularly. So we need to maintain that. We need to find that balance, and then we need to find a way to sustain in that place. Only then we as a human with along other animals we can survive.
True. I understand that. And I think every environment, that is the home environment, school environment, or a public place or anything, if they are able to bring in sustainability, that will bring in a lot of change in the surrounding in that area. That's how
Yes,
we could contribute. I think
Yes.
children also can contribute that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the
Yes, ma'am.